Fine. So good morning, guys. So let us start. Okay. So let us start, guys. So today we are going to discuss the next topic. So let us. We have completed the HTML basics and some example tags we have already seen. Now we will see CSS in detail. So yesterday we have seen what is CSS. It is used for designing or modifying the web pages. Yes. So that is what we have seen this introduction. Now CSS syntax also we have seen yesterday. So let's go for that. So let's go here and check once again. So CSS syntax. So this is called as style rules. Okay. So in this way you are just representing the CSS. Okay. For example, with the selector we call it as. So selector is nothing but it is a tag from your HTML. Okay. Any tag, take any tag that is in the HTML. So here property means attribute whatever we call in HTML, and then value. So I can just give one small demonstration here. So here I can use here element element, then opening flower brace, then closing flower brace. In between this you have okay. So here property one, then separated by semicolon colon, and then value one. Okay. So this is what your CSS. Write here CSS. Whereas same thing you can write here. Elements means say body is a element. After that you use some property name. What is that? Right now I can use here BG color, which is familiar to you, equal to you write, and values you put in double quotes. That is say some red value. Okay. So this is your HTML code. HTML. Understood, guys? So this is very similar to each other. So whatever the element or sorry, this is selector, not element. It is a selector. Selector name. So in CSS we call it as a selector. In HTML we call it as a element. Then property we call it as a attribute or property. Then equal to p is used here, but in CSS we use colon, and value will be ended with this semicolon. Okay, so this is what the example. This is a syntax. Okay, and this is called a style rule. Okay, style rules you can call. Okay, now if you have one more property, so you can give go here property 2 colon value 2, then colon semicolon. Okay, so this way you can go on giving the different elements like this. One more example I can tell you here. Img is one tag, which one property is what src, that is source, equal to you give say a dot jpeg, and you give alt is equal to say alternate text sunrise image. I will write means if that image is not loaded, what should be alternate text? It should be displayed. That is what the sunrise image. Is it okay, guys? So this is what very similar kind of HTML and CSS is there. So if you remember this particular syntax, the CSS will be very easy for you people. Is it okay, guys? So this is new way of demonstration I have started. So you can see this. Is it okay? Fine. Now I will go for this. CSS syntax is done. Then he has given some different elements. Okay, examples. So P stands for your paragraph. For this paragraph, margin will be there, font weight, font family, many will be there. Okay, so these are the different properties and values you are going to use. Is it okay? Now coming to the next one, selectors, properties. We have seen yesterday what are the properties and what are the values you have. Okay, values are also discussed in the last class. It was a bit hurry, but we have discussed this. How you can give the name of that particular color, either in terms of names or by using RGB or hexadecimal number starting with hash symbol. Okay, then RGB alpha color. Okay, then or HSL, that is hue level saturation. Okay, so that is what in percentage you can give. So this is all about how to give the properties and how to give the values. So that all we have seen in the last class. So in today's class we will see very important thing, that is location of style sheets. Okay, so where exactly your style sheets can be. Okay, so for this, now we will go for this, the example. Just remove this all. Okay, so take one HTML file. So this is my HTML file and there is one CSS file. Okay, so I will just give the name as this is a HTML and this is my CSS. Okay, so in order to work with the CSS, see why we are using a CSS. First goal is what? To decorate our HTML web pages. Okay, now here you want to decorate this particular web page. This particular web page you have to design. So that's why what you need to do, you have to write the code in this CSS in such a way that it should reflect in this HTML file. Is it okay? So here there are three methods. One is that is inline or inline CSS. Okay, means as you know, there are two types, two parts in this HTML page. One is the head section, head open and head close. Is it okay? And one more is body section. Okay, so body open and then the body close. These are the two major parts, no, in the HTML. Okay, so inline CSS means you are writing the CSS in the same line within the body section. Please remember, inline CSS is what? You are writing the CSS code within the body and within the same line. Okay, for example, here you have H1, then font size is font hyphen size is say 20 pixel or PT you can give. Okay, then you give whatever you want, say VSMIT. Okay, then you can close this H1. Okay, now what will happen here? H1, what is the default value for H1? It's 36. Okay, but now I am going to rewrite, I am going to modify the value of that. I am making as 20. I will not make 20, better I will make some 50. Means I want more bigger font. Is it okay? So this is what H1 font size is 50 points. Is it okay? So this is what within the line, within the chart line I am writing the CSS. Is it okay? So this is called as inline CSS. Okay, first level of CSS is what? Inline style sheets. Okay, so see here, he has given one example. H1 share your travels, H2 style. So you have to use the style tag there. Style, sorry, I have forgot this. I have to give here H1 style. So style keyword is used, tells the compiler that he is using the inline CSS. Okay, style equal to, then font size, then 50 points. Okay, so I will make it as a bit short. Yes, it is done. Otherwise I will give small container 18 points. Is it fine, guys? So this is what? Inline CSS. Okay, within the first point is what? I have to write all the CSS within the body section only, not in the head section. If write in the head section, it will become embedded or internal level. Okay, so inline CSS should be written within the body section and along with the tag. Which tag I am going to use here? H1. Okay. Now if you want to go for using this H2, okay, H2, and for that also style is equal to you use font color hyphen color equal to you can give sorry color give the see this is CSS font hyphen size colon 50. This colon means what? Just follow the syntax for this. H1 is what? It is a selector, and then font size is what? It is a property, and 50 pt is what? It is a value. Yes, so this value and property you are separating by using colon, and it ends with the semicolon. But right now we have the pt, we have specified the unit. If I do not specify the unit, I can give here semicolon. Okay, so I have not given the semicolon there. Then here for the H2 font style is equal to font color, I will give as orange. Okay, and I will give colon here. So this is my another CSS. So sorry, I have not given the text, no, so I will use here CSC, then H2 will be closing. Is it okay? Now if I run this code, so what I will get is so I will select all this and I will make it as say some 20 or 20 16 I will do. Okay, so I have written H1. What is the default size of H1? The font size is 36 points, but I have made it as 50 points. Okay, H2 for H2 what change I am going to do? I am changing its color. Okay, so the font color is orange. By default what are the colors? Bold, black, no. So this time I am going to write it, I am overwrite this color orange. Is it okay guys? So this is what the inline CSS. So I will just copy, otherwise I can write that in the Sublime Text also. Okay, I will just create one and save in this. So I will create new, let's save this in our practical example. So I will inline, I think inline HTML is there, better we will open that. Okay, practical examples inline. Open with Sublime Text. Sorry, how to open from this file, open file. Yes, same thing. I have already done this program. Document type HTML, then body directly I have mentioned so that you can should not get any difficulties. Otherwise, you write here head section. Otherwise, you may say why head is not written. And after that, use their title. Title open. So I will use inline as a tab name. Inline CSS. Then head is closed. Now body is open. So H1 style is equal to color is blue. Text align is center, then font size is 50 points, and then welcome to VSM SRK IT. I am writing this. Okay, and then P, that is paragraph. For the P paragraph tag, style is equal to color is red, and this is an inline CSS. So this I am going to print. So I will just run this program. So I got the output, I think. No, I have to run it. Inline, open with Google Chrome. So see this, welcome to VSM SRK IT. Okay, if I use here normal H1, see I will just cut this, cut, save. Now see for the H1 I have not used any of the CSS, so this will be printed with black and 36 point will be the default. Just refresh this, see left align, okay, default left align, black text, and no font size is 36 points it is. Okay, but what I can do is I will just undo this. I will apply style is color is blue, text align is center, font size is 50 points, and if I save this and refresh, so welcome to VSM SRK. So blue color then it's a bold one, and font size is very much high. This time it is 50 points. Usually we use 36 points, no? So this time it has been increased. Is it okay, guys? So, and for the P paragraph tag, again I am also making some modification for this. Style is equal to color is red. So just check whether this is in red color. Yes, this is in inline CSS. So this is what working fine. Are you getting, guys? See, one thing I want to let you clear. So Webex has started the automatic attendance. So your everybody's attendance will be recorded as per the time when you are coming, when you are leaving the meeting, and it is calculating the total time. If the total time is less than the 25 minutes, I will not give the attendance. Please do this one. See, somebody is leaving the meeting. What is this going on? If you don't want to join, don't join the meeting. Simply you are coming, you are leaving the meeting. It creates a disturbance for us. This is a final warning for all. I tell you guys. Okay, so this is what the inline CSS. Now coming to the next one, we have embedded style sheets. Okay, so embedded style sheets means what? Within the head section, you are writing the this one. You are writing the CSS. Okay. Now there is something new. Now this one is done. Oh, sorry. Yes. Now I will clear once again. Just clear this all, and I will try to write it once again. Now what this second one says, within the head section you can write the CSS, but not in the body section. Okay, so your body will be a normal HTML code. Okay, here it is, body will be turning off. Whatever the code I have to write within this section only. Okay, by making use of style tag, script tag. Style tag, yes, please. Style tag. Style open, then style close. Style close. So in between this, whatever I want, I can write. Okay. For example, now here you have to follow the exact syntax of the CSS. Now what the syntax says, first it will be, there should be element or selector, you can call. Selector means what? It is HTML element. So I can use a H1 followed by the curly braces open, then curly braces close. I can write here curly brace close. In between this I can write any properties and values. Okay, now what property I want? Font hyphen size is say 50 points. Okay, next one I want one more, font color. Okay, so I will use a font hyphen color is say red. Is it okay? So this is what I am writing the CSS. Okay, and this CSS should be within this head section only. Okay, and it follows the style tag. Are you getting, guys? So first it was inline, which is used within only the body section. So I will write here, I will make a note of this. Okay, for the inline, what are the points I have? It should be in body section. Okay, and style equal to will be used. Okay, so this is regarding inline CSS. These are the two important points for inline CSS. Now for the second one, what we have? Embedded, or there is one more name, internal CSS. Please remember these names, embedded or internal CSS. Now what are the points for this? So first of all, what is the first point? It should be within which section? Head section. It should be within the head section. Okay. And second point is what? It should be contained within the style tag. So style open and style close, we have to write the code. Rest of the things will be same, but this thing you have to follow. Okay. So these are the very important points, two important points for the inline and two important points for the embedded or internal CSS. Okay. But remember these two things. Okay. So these two things will be applied for only HTML file. Means within only this HTML file you can use this internal CSS as well as this embedded or external CSS. So this both will be present in this HTML form only. Okay. So let us take one example of external. We'll see is there available in external embedded. Embedded, I think it is not there. We can prepare here one embedded. How to do that? So just use your style open, style close. Just wait. Only style tag we have to use. Okay. So same thing we can use here. Style open, then style close. So for H1 I will write H1. Okay. So what is that? Font family. So by default it is something. I will make it as Times New Roman. No. I can give something else which is a, tell me any font name. So we can go with this. Some font names. So Calibri is the name. So we can give here Calibri. Okay. This is one. Then font size is, I can give 55 points. Is it okay? So these are the two changes I have done, and this I will put as a this one. See, now there is a important thing comes here. I will delete this. Within the body I will use H1, and for the P also I will do something. So font color I need to give, no. So color I can use here red. Okay. So this is for H1, and for P I will write one more style rule. Say font no color. Directly I can use your color. I will use yellow. Okay, yellow. Done. So this is my style is completed. Means I have written the CSS code within this style tag opening closing and within the head section. So not exactly head section. So head section should be completed here. Okay. So please make a note of this. Okay. So if head is completed here and after that body is there, and this also I will remove paragraph. Now what is happening is here H1 is used. Now for what is the default values for H1? Normal default values, black color text size will be 36. But here I am writing the rule within the head section. Okay. So before body executes, this head section will be loaded into the browser. And what this H1 says, do not use the default values. Instead you use font family as Calibri, font size is 55 points and color is red. Okay. Wherever it appears, wherever H1 appears in this particular web page, this is embedded, no? Embedded, or you can say it is a internal level CSS. So wherever H1 appears, you put these all values as a default values. Okay. And for the paragraph, the color is yellow. Okay. Now let us save this and run this application. Yes. So So welcome to VSM SRK IT. So previously it was sorry, wait. Okay, sorry. Now you can see here, this is yellow color and this is a red color. Okay, and you can align to the center, that you can see font align. Directly I can use it align, text align, center I can write. Is it okay? So just save this. So your work will be done. Is it okay? So I have written the CSS in the head section. See guys, head is open, head is closed, and within the head section I have to write style tag open, style tag close. Now why I have to write this style tag? Because I am writing the CSS for the complete web page. That's why I am writing this within the style sheet, style open, style close. Within this, whatever the CSS I want to write, I am writing here. Is it okay? So this is the example of your external internal level style sheets. Inline is done, then internal is done, or embedded is done. Now we'll go for the third one, that is your external level, external style sheets. Okay, so your external style sheet is nothing but a separate CSS file will be created and it is kept in the same directory, that is called as external style sheets. Okay, for example, now this is what, this is my HTML file. You see the file name inline.html. Yes, it is there. Now I have to write, I think external is available. I will just open external file, we'll see. Okay, yes, it is there. See here, document type I will remove this for the confusion. Only HTML is okay. Then head, within the head section I need to write only one line, that is link. I am going to link this particular external.html file with my css.css file. Okay, means that there must be one file called my css. Let us check my css. See here, the file is present. You can see what is the type of my css file. It is a cascading style sheet document. I'll just open. Now what is the code over there? There is no normal HTML code. There will be pure CSS code. Okay, for example, I am writing here for body. Body background color is light blue. Okay, then H1. Wherever H1 comes, its color will be red. And its margin left will be 20 pixels. Wherever it comes. Now, as you know, there can be only one body within the HTML page. But there can be any H1s in your web page. Any number of H1 will come in the web page. All will be replaced with these particular settings. Means it is just like you are rewriting the default settings. Is it okay? What are the default settings for H1? Your color is black, text size is 36 points. Okay, and I can give here font size is, I can give, say this time 100 points is enough. Okay, fine. Or px pixels we can give. Okay, so this is done and this is the end of this H1. Okay, so I need to save this. Please concentrate guys. There is a file called my css.css file. It is a different file, so I can show you here. So this time, what is the name of that particular file? My css. Say, I can say my, sorry, I will give my css.css file. So this file is available externally and you are linking this particular file to this particular HTML page. Okay, now how you are linking? So here all CSS code goes here. Okay, so here it will be CSS code will be written by following the syntax of CSS. What is the syntax of CSS? Repeat once again. Selector name, opening flower brace, property 1, colon, value 1, semicolon, property 2, colon, value 2, semicolon, closing flower brace. Yes, so this will be present within this CSS. Okay, are you getting it? So here totally CSS code will be there. Okay, Now here within this HTML, I will just clear this thing, just clear here, and once again I will write the code here. Now there is no much code here. Within the head section, the point you need to remember is there will be head section, head open, head close, and there is no question of body, body open and body close. Okay, so there is no question of this body, let it go at the down. But within the head section there is only one tag. What is it called? That is tag link. Link means connect. What connect? My css.css file with your HTML file. Okay, and what is the reference? href. As we have used this href in the image tag. Okay, href we have to use that particular, say, my css.css file. Okay, and its style sheet. Sorry, what kind of href is done? Relation. What relation is there? Okay, sorry, it's not style, it's a relation. So I will use here relation is equal to what type of relation with HTML. Now what is this HTML? It is a normal style sheets. Okay, so it is a style sheet. Is it okay? Only single line is enough for you. Okay, means what? You are telling the interpreter that you link one particular file. What is that file name? mycss.css. Okay, so this file should be linked to this HTML file. And what is the relation of this is? This is the style sheet. Okay, now this in this relation field there can be text or JavaScript, many things will come, but right now we are working with the style sheets, that's why it will come here style sheets. Is it okay guys? No other CSS code will be there within this HTML. Are you getting guys? Okay, no CSS code will be there within this HTML document. All the CSS code will be present in this mycss.css. You should not write any code within this HTML file. Okay, and one more thing, you have to use this link href equal to name of the style sheets, and what is the relation? Relation is equal to style sheets. If you do this, your this particular CSS file will be linked to your HTML page. I think this is clear. Graphically I am showing you what exactly the processes are happening. Okay, then coming to the next point, third, that is external style sheets or external CSS I can write. So what are the points will come here? First point, we need to create a CSS. I will use .css, better use in small letters, .css file, and write CSS code in it. Means you have to create one CSS file and you have to write the code within that CSS file only. Don't write the code within the HTML file. Okay, this is first point is done. Second point, you have to use the link tag, and href is one of the property, and one more property is what? Relation property you have to use. There is no closing tag for the link. Don't say sir you are missing this. No, for the link tag there is no ending tag. Okay, this is a single line tag it is. So these are the two important points you need to remember. What are those? First of all, create the different external file sheet, a CSS file, and write CSS code within that. Second point is you have to use the link tag along with href and relation operators or relation properties. Is it okay? So let us see this file. Now for the body, I have written this background color is light blue. What will be the default value for the body? See here, I have used here body. When I call the body, so this particular file is linked with the mycss.css file, and what is the relation? It is the style sheets. So wherever body appears, now only one body will appear usually there in the HTML page. For this body, what is the default value? What was the default value for this body? Background will be white color, text will be black color. Yes or no guys? Yes or no? So I will make here. CSS1 I will make. So there is no CSS1 file, and if I run this file, external, where is that external? Yes, external, open with Google Chrome. See here, everything is white. This is default. No, this is the external CSS code in a CSS external file. Okay, so this is what the normal thing. When I have the code as my css.css file, I will check this. I will refresh. So it will be, the background will be sky blue, the text will be 100 points enough, it is very very bigger, and then the font color is red. Is it okay, guys? So where this effect has come, you can see this effect is from my css.css file. So this effect is brought from my css.css file to external.html file. Is it okay? Now similarly for h1, whether I have written anything? Yes, for h1 what I have written, h1 color is red, margin left is 20 pixels, and this is px. Sorry, I have to be very pt because that is more pixels. That pixel cannot be accommodated. Just refresh this. That is also bigger one. Font size is 100, not 100. I will make it as 50. Okay, just to refresh this. It is not affected. H1, yes, here is H1 is there, and within this H1, this is an external CSS code. Sorry, this I have, yes. For the body only, this all the things are there, so it is not again modifying. Only once it will be modified. Okay, so this paragraph I have to use P. I have not used P now here. So for P also I will do the same thing. Then it will happen. Okay. See here, for P I have not used anything, no. So P, I will use same thing here. Are you getting what exactly the error was? Why it was not displaying? So I will refresh, it will change here. Now see, this paragraph, this is a paragraph will also change now. Yes, it has changed, no. So this is what use of this external CSS, because I have written the, see in the CSS file what are the changes I have done. Body I have done, h1 I have done, then p paragraph tag I have done, and all values are overwritten. Okay, what was the body's background color? Light blue, and color is red. It is came from h1. Yes, and font size is 50 points. Yes, so these all changes have been done by modifying the old values. Is it okay, guys? So this is what the example. One example I can give. When you when a baby born, so it will be either a boy or a girl. Yes, so that is what the default values. Yes, so when their namkaran will happen, that time, so their parents will keep the name for that. Okay, that is what you are uh, giving the some specific name for them. It is this is the case. Okay, when body will be there, so background will be white, text color will be black. Is it okay? And when you write the CSS, so body will be, you are overwriting that background color, you are going to change from black white to light blue. Is it okay? Then again, if you have some nicknames that your parents, your friends will call, no. Yes, so that is what this. For body you have given the background color, and the color you have given as red, and its font size is 50 points. Is it okay? So this is how you are working with this external CSS. So these are the external files included within this HTML page. I think this is clear now. Anybody reply in the chat box? Reply. Getting or not? Okay, fine. This is very interesting, guys. Isn't it interesting? Yes, fine. So we'll conclude the 3 topics whatever in the CSS. What are those? So there are 3 types of location of the styles. This question will come in the shuffling way. Explain the 3 levels of style sheets. One question you may
Excuse me,
explain.
sir.
Okay, okay. So there can be 3 questions. two questions. Explain the levels of tile sheets. Levels. So first one will be the inline level. Second one will be the embedded or internal level. Third will be the external level. This can be one question. Another question, explain the location of tile sheets. Location means where your tiles will become. Either in the what we have given, either in the inline, within the same line you can write the CSS, or within the embedded or in the internal, that is what, within the head section, or you can create the external file CSS and you link this to the HTML page using link tag. So please remember these all three levels and 2 points for each. If you remember these points, it's very easy to work with the CSS. Is it okay? I think this is okay. So many students have replied for this. It's interesting. Yes, getting yes, fine, fine. Okay. So this is only small change. Next comes the selectors. So there are 6 types of selectors are there. Now, what is the use of the selector? Okay. Now I will do here. I will open the Sublime Text, and here I have called color red. Okay. And here also I have called color red. No, I will use here. I will use here color is yellow. Okay, I have made it color is red. Where in the body means within the body, whatever the text will appear, its color will be yellow. Okay, and then here in the H1, again you have said the color is red. Means there will be 2 default values for the color. When you use the body tag, what will be the color name? Yellow. When you use the H1 tag, what will be the color? Red. So there will be an ambiguity. Okay, means the compiler or the interpreter will be confusing that which color I have to refer. Yes or no? Because where this H1 tag will be within the body tag. Okay, means it is just like mother is also saying to do this and father is also saying to do this. Now who you have to listen? This is called as ambiguity. So this is solved by making use of the concepts called the selectors. Okay, so 6 selectors are there that we will see in the tomorrow's class. Is this clear? Levels of style sheets. Try to implement the programs on W3 schools and even on your normal browsers. Okay. So if you want, you just call me. We'll share these programs, ready-made programs. I will share it to you. I think we have some 18 programs are already completed. Okay. So I will share this. See, these are all simple programs. Just download the Sublime Text. So everything will be done. Okay. Is there any doubts?